How's it going, Helldivers? So, we got the update, we got the warbond, and if you've been following my channel, you know I've given my input on the warbond trailer, and I've also given input on the update and what I think is going to happen. So today we're going to be going over all of that, and how it all actually turned out, and what I think is still to come. So stay tuned, there's going to be a lot to talk about here. So the first thing I need to talk about is all the warbond hate. So, yeah, I guess people really aren't feeling this warbond. I'm not totally surprised by that. I'm not totally surprised by that because the armor passive is bad, right? The drip is super good, like super drippy. I've been rocking it since it's been out. Not because it's a good passive, but because I love the look of it. I think it's a fantastic look for at least the medium and the heavy armor. Like, I think it just looks fantastic. The light armor, I like the helmet. That's about it. Now, we got this light penetration rifle called the Amendment, and I honestly think it's pretty good. Okay, I've tried it on all of the factions. It works about the best on the bots, not so much the squids or the bugs, but it does work really well on the bots because with it being light pen and you're trying to shoot a devastator, you gotta hit him in the head or hit him a couple times in the stomach. But if you're aiming for that head and you miss, it doesn't like make them do that whole big kickback to where it's hard to line it up. I'm actually okay with it being medium pen. I think it actually works really well on the bots. You know, bring an HMG, you'll be fine. Bring a railgun, you'll be fine. But the Amendment, I think, actually works pretty freaking good on the bots. I like it. Now, the next thing is the sword, or the cutlass, whatever you want to call it. So, I love the freaking sword. I have also brought this on all of them. As you can imagine, bots, it doesn't work too well. Bugs, too many. They're too tough. It doesn't really kill them quick enough. Now, for the voteless in the Illuminate and just fighting them, the cutlass works great. And so, it works just like the hatchet did, but just it's got a little bit more flair to it. It looks cooler, feels cooler. I absolutely adore it on the Illuminate, and just using it for the voteless when I don't got time to reload. So I just whack at their legs until they fall down, then I cut their blue heads off. I love it. And now the flag. They could have done so much with this. I'll be fucking for real. They could have done so much with the Super Earth flag to make it better. Now, is it fun to use? Yes. If you're not on If you're not on difficulty 10, it is a fun stratagem to bring. And I would also recommend bringing Eats or something with you because it's not good. It's just not a viable thing to bring. I was really hoping that it was going to have some type of buff with it, or it was going to like one-shot chargers or something. Obviously, it doesn't do that. It's really just a morale boost for all your buddies. It looks cool, very cinematic. Like, it is fun to mess around with your buddies and play with. But it is definitely not a stratagem I would bring if I'm trying to actually get some stuff done. And so that's all the warbond. That's everything that's in the warbond. And actually, I forgot one more thing. The thing I totally wrote off was the grenade. Like, when I saw it, I'm like, I'm never going to use that. I should have clarified, I'm never going to use this if I go up against the bots because the thermites are just that good. I love the thermites. Now, these, though, I don't even know what they're called, like pyrotechnic grenades. They're basically reworked fireworks is the description for them. Yeah, they're fucking great, especially on the squids and the bugs. I love them. I love them. And I just saw, I'm going to leave a link to his channel down below, thiccfila. I'm going to leave a link to the video where he was explaining how they're basically like little mini thermite grenades, and they're actually really good. And I've been trying them out, and I've been actually loving them, especially on the squids. You know, I've been out there fighting the squids, trying to help out in the major order any way I can. And yeah, those grenades actually just work really well. I don't know any other way to say it. It takes a little bit to get used to. Once you get used to it, they're fucking great. I love them. But that's really everything in the warbond. And I mean, it is lackluster. I mean, there's not a lot to it, and not all of it is great. And that's just kind of what sucks. We wish there was more to it. It is a fun warbond, aesthetically super pleasing. I love the capes, I love the armor. The look of the rifle, the look of the sword, and also just the vibe of running in with a Super Earth flag, charging into battle with your buddies behind you, shooting bullets and rockets. It's awesome. But it's just like a lot of this stuff, like we already had the axe, which was working fine if you wanted to bring a melee weapon, or the stun baton, or the stun lance. It all worked fine. Now it's just like really a cosmetic change from the axe to the sword. You get what I'm saying? So, all in all, I understand the warbond hate, but I have been enjoying the stuff inside of it. Okay, so now we got to talk about the update, which was this last Tuesday, where the Station 81 was able to see that the Illuminate came through the wormhole, and it was very cool, very Reach vibe. We're getting to that. We're going to get to the Halo stuff, the Halo thoughts. But it was very cinematic and cool, and they showed up, and we got a new major order, and I absolutely loved all of that. We got new enemies, the new flesh mobs, which I just call fatties. It's easier to say in battle, and everyone knows what I'm talking about. The fatties are a pain in the ass. Found out the eruptor works pretty well. Eruptor and stalwart, that's the way to go. You don't need anything else, maybe a sword. The fatties are a pain in the ass to deal with. The new artillery Illuminate are very annoying as well. If there's like 2 or 3 of them all in the same spot, and they're all long or far enough away where they can do the little arcing blast on you, it's terrible. Oh my god, it can really give you a hard time, no lie. And then we also got the gunships, the interlopers. So fucking cool. They can decimate you if you're not ready for them. And when they go down, it is so cinematic and awesome looking. I just love it. I've been taking them out with the eruptor, and it just feels so cool. I remember the first one I saw, I had my HMG with me, and I panicked, just shot at it, and like 3 bullets, it went down. I was like, holy fuck, this is crazy. I'm loving everything they did with the Illuminate. They're actually a viable enemy to fight now. They're not super easy. They're not super difficult. They're perfect right where they are. I'm always down to see more enemy variety, but where they are right now with the new enemies they added, super awesome. I cannot express how much I'm in love with this. By the way, I have to remind you guys, because I am a small channel, if you're liking what you're seeing so far and you want to see more, please go down there and click that subscribe button. We're getting close to 500 subscribers. It's a big milestone for me, and I'm very excited to hit that point. So please feel free. It takes 2 seconds out of your day. It makes my whole day. So please go down there and subscribe. Now, let's get into what I was talking about recently, which I'm going to have a card up to my last video. You should totally watch that. We got to talk about my last video and what my theory was and how I, believe it or not, still think it's going to happen. I'm not going to get into leak territory too much, but I have strong belief that something is coming in the near future. I don't think we're completely done with all the updates. If you know about the leaks, you know. If you don't, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I know something is probably still coming. So I think my theory of a Halo crossover and Xbox release is still possible. I'm not saying it will happen. Okay, it's all a theory, a game theory, like Matt Pat once said. You know, it's all just a theory. It's a fun, little goofy, like, I hope it happens. I would love it to happen. Most likely it's not going to happen, but it could still happen. Just imagine it, right? They get to Super Earth. Like, we barely slowed them down. Like, they started at like an 800 attack force invasion level. They're just under 700 now, and they're on Widow's Harbor, New Haven. They're on New Haven right now. So the only planet in between, once they get New Haven, the only planet in between them and Super Earth is Mars, and then they're at Super Earth. So I would assume they're going to be at like 550 invasion level. We're going to need help. And I think that'd be the best time to drop everything is when they make it to the heart of democracy. They make it to Super Earth. That'd be the time. We need all Helldivers. We need reinforcements. Bring in the ODSTs. It can happen. I still have faith. I still believe there will be an Xbox release, and I also believe that we are going to be getting an ODST Halo crossover. It's probably not going to happen, but it would be the coolest fucking thing. I'm still holding out hope for it. I think there's a good chance of it still happening. And I also believe that we're going to be getting still new enemy types and new missions. That's probably my biggest issue right now with the update is every operation is the same 3 missions. I don't know why they did that, but I can only assume it's to like make everything feel even more repetitive so that when they give us the new missions, which will be later on, it'll be that much more exciting. I'm holding out hope that there's more to the update. I'm super happy with everything we got. I couldn't be happier. Like it wasn't everything I wanted, but it was still great, and I'm still having an absolute blast. I didn't even get to weapon customization. Didn't even talk about that. That's fucking cool. All I need now is armor customization. I'm set. I'll never stop playing the game if you give me armor customization. I will change how my armor looks after every single mission. I kid you not. I am that ADHD where I will like, oh yeah, but I would like this shade of green instead. It'd be freaking sweet. The update, honestly, certified banger. I'm super pumped about it. And it just sounds like a lot of people are very disappointed. So if you are disappointed and you disagree with everything I'm saying, or you agree, go down and leave a comment because I would love to discuss. I'm super happy communicating with the community. It's one of my favorite things about having a channel. So yeah, go down there, leave a comment, leave a like, and please, if you like what you see and you want to see more, go down there and click that big red button and subscribe. It means the world to me, and it would just be 2 seconds out of your day, but it makes my whole day, like I said earlier. This is Mr. Clutch Cookie, signing out. Bye-bye.